At 11 o'clock tonight, we have the two Ronnies in our comedy spot. So stay with us. I'm sure you'll enjoy the two Ronnies and some great comedy tonight.
You may not find us on your TV, because in case you did not know, we're being brought to you on R.ADI.
Hello, this is Steve Price with a reminder every Tuesday 8 till 10 p.m. It's all happening solid gold hits, 60s and 70s on the great southern sounds of Melbourne, 88.3 Southern FM.
That's my good buddy, Steve Price, and he's on Tuesdays between 8 and 10 with a good show. It's all happening, certainly is, with young Stephen. And before that, we heard... yeah, that's the phone. We heard the phone, and that was Albert White and his San Francisco Masters of Melody and Silver Heels. That was a bright one, wasn't it? I enjoyed that very much. It's 17 to 11 now, Southern FM 88.3, the phone number 556-556, that is 4466. If you're enjoying the show, give us a call. Why not?
Skylark, have you anything to say to me? Won't you tell me where my love can be? Skylark, I don't know if you can find these things, but my heart is riding on your wings. So if you see them anywhere, won't you lead me there?
Nice, isn't it? Hoagie Carmichael with the orchestra of Johnny Mandel. They recorded that one in September 1956. Written, of course, by Hoagie Carmichael with the lyrics by Johnny Mercer. It's now 13 and a half minutes to 11, and Robert rang in from Preston. Sharp. He was sharp. We'd hardly finished the Cheerios. And hi, Robert. And a Cheerio going back to Andy and Jan. And I think you have a message.
Yeah, the Fred Hollows Foundation, the Gift of Sight concert, presented by Keilor East Rotary International. This will be at Flinders Park National Tennis Centre in Melbourne on Saturday, March 18, 7:30. Tickets are available through Bass on 03 11 500. Artists include Lee Kernahan, Gina Jeffries, Slim Dusty, Anne Kirkpatrick and Colin Buchanan. Top country artists performing for you in the Gift of Sight concert on the 18th of March.
Well, thank you very much, Matt. Good. Okay, and now the time has moved around to 12 minutes before 11.
Does your mother know you're out, Cecilia?
Well, I did kind of tell her we were going to take a walk around the block.
Yeah, but does she know that, well, maybe I might steal you?
No, she doesn't know, 'cause I didn't know.
Oh, my.
Yes?
Well, when I
Yes.
when I look in your eyes,
Yes.
well, there's something there that tells me.
That you and I should get together.
Yeah. How's about a little kiss?
Well, how's about it?
Oh, Cecilia. I mean, just a little kiss. You'll never miss it.
Well, I'm waiting. Aw, gee, here we are, just the two of us, all alone, and what happened?
Well, I just...
Cecilia, talk.
Yeah, but I was just...
Don't stand there, do something.
Oh, Cecilia.
Well? Does your mother know you're out, Cecilia?
Your mama done told ya.
Does she know that he's about, Cecilia?
Your mama will scold ya.
You're dreamy, look in my eyes.
Don't tell me lies.
You're super running, it's too much.
When I should get together,
We should know each other better, baby, get wise, cause the time flies. How about a little kiss, Cecilia?
your mama done told ya.
Just a kiss, you'll never miss, Cecilia. Why do we keep wasting time? Just my mama done told me. My mama done told me. Did your mother rock? Did your mother rock? Did your mother rock?
Cecilia, Fred Waring and his Pennsylvanians, and a song from way back in 1925. And before that, Lou Gold's orchestra, Snuggled on Your Shoulder, and the vocalist was a very young Jan Pearce. It's coming up to 5 minutes to 11.
Rivella, the Swiss mountain drink full of zest. Rivella, it's nature's own drink at its best. There's a zip in each sip to delight you.
It's a wonderful thirst quencher too.
So ask for Rivella, for ice cold Rivella, the health drink that's made for you.
Yes, Bob Horsfall there on that Rivella ad from the 1950s. I used to love Rivella, but you can't buy it anymore. Until midnight, you're with Thanks for the Memory on Southern FM 88.3. Jim McLeod and his band, and an Andy Stewart medley. We heard Donald Where's Your Trousers, Lads of Bonnie Scotland, Take Me Back and Campbelltown Lock. And before that, we heard, of course, the Billy Cotton Band with Sid Buckman's vocal from April 1931. The good sound of Walkin' My Baby Back Home. It's a minute after 11. Don't forget, at 12 o'clock tonight, David Wiseman, the Candyman's with you for 2 hours of good music. Great listening on Southern FM. As I said, it's a minute after 11. Thanks for the memory. It's time for our weekly comedy spot. And tonight, from the very talented Two Ronnies, here's some delightful comedy.
Good evening. It's wonderful to be back with you again, isn't it, Ronnie?
Indeed it is. And in a packed programme tonight, we had hoped to introduce you to Miss West Indies in her knitted bikini, but just before the show, someone pulled a loose thread and unravelled the Bermuda Triangle.
We'll be meeting an hydraulics specialist who fell into an electroplating tank full of chrome today and got his pumpernickeled.
And I'm sorry to say that Flexo, the nude contortionist, can't be with us either. At rehearsals today, he took a step backwards and stood on his dignity.
And at Kilmarnock today, a man who had bought 2 packets of Woodbines appeared before the Procurator Fiscal charged with panic buying.
Turville Dinge, the celebrated goldfish fancier, died last night. This morning, a few friends attended a private ceremony and sang sea shanties, after which they flushed him down the lavatory.
Traffic warden Dymphna McCorkadale had her hat run over by a steamroller today. She tried booking the driver for speeding, but was told that the roller only went at 8 miles an hour, so she booked him for having 3 bald tyres.
Dublin police today raided the studio of Ireland's most brilliant art forger and took away 33 canvases, all signed by Pisarco.
Finally, the National Health Service's money-saving scheme for Harley Street starts tomorrow. There will only be 1 stethoscope for the whole street, but all doctors will have a party line.
But now a sketch featuring Mr. Ronnie Corbett, who used to be a model husband, but recently took up with the Cindy doll.
Now, sir, good evening.
Good evening.
What would you like to start with, huh?
I'm going to have my shoes repaired, if that's possible, is it? Stitching's all come away along the side there. Same on this one.
Yes, I see, sir, yes.
Would that be possible?
Soled and heeled, would that be, sir?
Yes, that would be nice, thank
Yes,
you.
how would you like them, sir? Leather or rubber or composite? What would you like, sir?
I think I'll have leather.
Yes, the leather is very good today, so yes. What would you like to follow? Would you like a nice pair of pyjamas? So you see, we have a nice polka dot, we have the stripe today.
No, I'd rather go off pyjamas.
Oh, yes.
But I mean, they like, I like them, but they don't like me.
Yes, I do.
You know what it's like. No, I'll have...
Why don't you try the sauna bath, sir? Sauna and massage we have there.
Mm-hmm.
Or a little 3-card brag, you see, you could have.
Yeah.
We've got the car wash and oil changeover. Frontal lobotomy, they're all good today, really.
But I'm going to be terribly awkward and have something that's not on the menu, if you don't mind.
Yes.
Do you think you could rustle me up a haircut?
Certainly, sir, yes. Do you a nice haircut? Take 20 minutes, of course. Is that all right,
That's
sir?
all right, I don't mind.
Yes. How would you like it done, sir?
I think I'll have it, sort of medium.
Medium haircut, very good, sir. Yes. What would you like with it? Now, a bit of Tchaikovsky, perhaps, would be nice? Or tango lessons, a bit of flower arrangement, that's nice. Origami, what about that? That's in season at the moment.
No, I'm just going to have, I'll just have a round of golf, I think.
Round of golf.
And, can you give me a few, sort of farmyard impressions on the side?
Yes, I'll bring you a selection, sir, yes, certainly. So what about desserts, huh?
Pudding. Now, let me see. I had the hang gliding the last time, didn't I?
Yes, I think you had it the day before yesterday, if my memory serves me incorrectly, sir.
Yes, very nice. Rather sickly, but very nice. No, I'm going to have... I know what I'm going to have. I'm going to have a small blonde, if that's possible.
Small blonde.
Well, not necessarily blonde, but sort of 38, 24, 36 type.
Yes, certainly. I've just seen a couple in the kitchen, so they're fresh as a daisy. They came up from the coast this morning. I'll pick you one out if you like. Just leave it to me, so thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I say, waiter, is there any chance of a little bite to eat?
Oh, well, you picked an awkward time, lunchtime. The chef's awfully busy, so I'll see if I can get you a cheese sandwich, something like that.
There we are with the two Ronnies. Very clever in our comedy spot tonight. Two tracks from an album which is called The Very Best of the Two Ronnies. 6 minutes after 11, Southern FM 88.3. I'm Alex Hehr, your program. Thanks for the memory.
Hello, this is Steve Price, and you're listening to Thanks for the Memory on 88.3 Southern FM with Alex Hehr.
This is the BBC Light Programme.
There's a little old church that's covered with green, where I held your hand tenderly. I often go there to gaze at the scene and dream that he will come back to me. How I'd love to hear the organ in the chapel in the moonlight, while we're strolling down the aisle, where roses entwine. How I'd love to hear you whisper in the chapel in the moonlight, that the love light in your eyes forever will shine, till the roses turn to ashes, till the organ turns to rust. If you never come, I'll still be there till the moonlight turns to dust. How I'd love to hear the choir in the chapel in the moonlight, as they sing, oh, promise me forever be
Will you survive if there's a bushfire in your district?
Bushfire? We gotta get out of here, Willie.
No, Wally. In most cases, the best thing to do is stay inside your house, provided you take proper precautions.
What precautions, Willie?
They're all spelled out in this brochure, Wally.
Oh.
Will you survive?
Great. I'm going to get
Not now, Wally.
Be fire safe. Contact your local fire authority for your copy of Will You Survive?
12 and a half minutes after 11 o'clock. I'm Alex Hehr. The program Thanks for the Memory. And we heard before that little advert, the street singer Arthur Tracy within the chapel, in the chapel in the moonlight, a song written by William Hill back in 1936. And before that, Cabin O'Connor with Jay Wilbur's orchestra. And from 1940, the very beautiful Rose of Tralee. Let's have some music before we have the next playing of On This Day. And here's Ann Ziegler and Webster Booth and the very beautiful Without Your Love.
'Twas destined we should meet with one enchanting smile. You changed your life completely and made that life worthwhile.
Simple little sign from you enslaved my heart, and now that you are mine, all mine, we'll never tear apart.
Without your love, what would I care
What would I do to master some new way of facing each new day?
Without your love, each night would be as endless and friendless and cold as the sea. I soothe your heart with life, sweetheart, then lose your love for me.
If you should ever be far away, how could I drag through each dreary day? If you should leave me, my life would be sad as a song with no melody. Who would die in a night? Without your love for me, how could that ever be? Without your love, what would I care if heaven above me were no sweat nor fair? Without your love, what would I do to master some new way of facing each new day? Without your love, each night would be as endless and friendless and cold as the sea. I'd sooner part with life, sweetheart,
For you shall ever be my guiding star.
I love but you do alone, you hold me for your
On this day in 1991, Soviet Prime Minister Valentin Pavlov accused the West of a plot to flood the Soviet economy with billions of rubles and drive the country into hyperinflation. A month before, the Soviet government had been forced to withdraw 50 and 100 ruble banknotes. On this day in 1554, the 9-day Queen Lady Jane Grey was beheaded in the Tower of London. She was aged 16. Her execution was ordered by her cousin and Queen Mary Tudor. The Protestant King Edward VI had proclaimed his cousin Jane, fifth in line to the throne, as his successor above his half-sister Mary, a Catholic, since Jane would keep England beyond the reach of Catholic Spain. Mary had delayed the execution, but then changed her mind when Jane's father was involved in an attempted rebellion. Jane's husband, Lord Guildford Dudley, was executed first, and then Jane was led past his body to keep her date with the headsman. On this day in 1851, fortune hunters were rushing to the New South Wales town of Bathurst in search of gold. Veteran prospector Edward Hargraves started the rush when he panned some earth on a piece of land at Summerhill Creek that looked similar to what he had seen in California and found gold. The greedy and the gullible were swarming in like moths to a flame, lured by the myth that you could dig up a lifetime's wealth in a day. On this day in 1929, Lily Langtry, who was known as the Jersey Lily, a British actress, socialite and one-time mistress of Edward VII, while he was the Prince of Wales, died at the age of 76. Also on this day, the American actor Selminio was found brutally murdered near his home in Los Angeles. Now let's have a look at some of those people who are celebrating birthdays on this day. Charles Darwin, the British naturalist and author of the influential book The Origin of Species, was born in 1809. American President Abraham Lincoln, who was assassinated a few days before the end of the American Civil War, was also born in 1809. The British novelist and poet George Meredith, best known for his novels The Egoist and The Tragic Comedians, was born in 1828. And the British music hall star Mari Lloyd, who sang risque songs and scandalised society with her eventful private life, was born in 1870. It all happened on this day. Yes, that was on this day for the 12th of February 1995, and that'll be back on again in our program next week at 9:15 and then again at 11:15. It's almost 20 minutes after 11 now. You're with Southern FM at 88.3. I'm Alex Hehr, and the program Thanks for the Memory. And don't forget, David Wiseman's with you at midnight with the Candyman Show. Until midnight, you're with Thanks for the Memory on 88.3 Southern FM.
Thunder, don't run home and cry. They're playing 10 pins in the sky. Little fellas way up yonder make the raindrops fly while bowling, rolling 10 pins in the sky. The world will wear a new bonnet, daffodils on it, thanks to the skies above. Thunder and showers wake up the flowers. Where there are flowers, there must be love. So laugh at raindrops, laugh at thunder. Clouds will soon roll by. They're playing 10 pins in the sky.
There goes that song again. We used to call it our serenade. We fell in love when we heard it play over and over and over and over again. I still remember when I sang the words and they made you mine. I'd steal a kiss and repeat each line over and over and over and over, and then we drifted apart. You walked off with my heart. It's funny how one listen just starts me reminiscing. I'd soon forget that yen I told myself when you said so long. But I was wrong, there goes that song again.
Music in the Morgan manner. Russ Morgan vocal there with the orchestra, and there goes that song again from the pen of Sammy Kahn and Jules Stein, and Gray Gordon's TikTok Rhythm Orchestra with Cliff Grass vocal, and 10 Pins in the Sky. Actually, I had a fax from Russ's widow, Shirley, yesterday. Shirley lives in retirement in Las Vegas, but she faxed me to say that her son, Jack, who conducts the orchestra now, that's still going on, was just inducted into the Big Band Hall of Fame. So I'm very happy for Shirley and Jack both. Well done. And good to hear music in the Morgan manner on Southern FM. Thanks for the memory.
Melbourne's contribution to the American Civil War occurred in 1865 when a clipper ship dropped anchor in Port Phillip Bay. She was the Shenandoah, an armed cruiser of the Confederate Navy of the Southern States. Her mission was to cripple the commerce of the northern states by capturing and destroying their ships. The people of Melbourne were too excited for the visit to worry about international law. Everyone was eager to buy the visitors a drink. The United States consul protested in vain, demanding that the hospitality cease and that certain United States citizens imprisoned on the Shenandoah should be released and the ship ordered to leave. In spite of this, the Shenandoah's captain was permitted to buy coal and provisions and had the auxiliary engine repaired. On the 18th of February, she left Melbourne and in the next 8 months captured 38 Yankee ships, took 1,000 prisoners and caused damage to shipping amounting to $6.5 million. The American government was not pleased and after winning the Civil War, sued Great Britain as the responsible power. An international tribunal awarded costs and damages of millions of pounds against England. That was one party we had in Melbourne that the Brits had to pay for and is recorded as another footnote to history from Southern FM.
She goes with plenty of rhythm to tickle her toes. Wherever she goes, she shall have music. She shall have songbirds to sing her to sleep, with plenty of dream birds to count up the sheep, awake or asleep. She shall have music, and while she's dreaming, I'll write a dream song. And I'll be hoping that it will be our theme song. She shall have church bells to ring out in rhyme, so we can go marching in honeymoon time. She shall have music wherever she goes. Church bells to ring out in rhyme, so we can go marching in honeymoon time. She shall have music wherever she goes.
She Shall Have Music, and that was, of course, Rudy Valley and his Connecticut Yankees. That brings our time on Southern FM to exactly 11:30. present Al Bowley Remembered.
Remember me, just keep me in your memory.
And away we go with another one of my favourite segments of the program, Al Bowley Remembered, and 2 tracks from Al tonight. The first one we have is Over on the Sunny Side. Now, he recorded this with Ray Noble and his orchestra in London on the 21st of February 1934, and it's a nice bright one. Over on the Sunny Side, here's Al. Told you it was a bright one. Over on the Sunny Side, Al Bowley with Ray Noble, and from London in February 34. Now, the next track we have is also from 1934, but this time from the 30th of August 1934. Once again, Al singing with Ray Noble and the orchestra, and this is a very beautiful song called The Isle of Capri. I hope you enjoy it.
Was on the Isle of Capri that I found her, beneath the shade of an old walnut tree. Oh, I can still see the flowers blooming round her, where we met on the Isle of Capri. She was as sweet as a rose at the dawning, but somehow fate hadn't meant her for me. And though I sailed with the tide in the morning, still my heart's on the Isle of Capri. Summertime was nearly over, blue Italian sky above. I said, lady, I'm a rover, can you spare a sweet word of love? She whispered softly, it's best not to linger. And then as I kissed her hand, I could see she wore a plain golden ring on her finger. 'Twas goodbye on the Isle of Capri.
Join us again next time for another presentation of Al Bowley Remembered. 88.3 Southern FM, and I hope you enjoyed Al Bowley Remembered for this evening. Two nice tracks, weren't they? Until midnight, you're with Alex Hehr, and thanks for the memory on the great Southern Sounds of Melbourne, Southern FM 88.3.
My story is much too sad to be told, but practically everything leaves me totally cold. The only exception I know is the case when I'm out on a quiet spree, fighting vainly the old ennui, and I suddenly turn and see your fabulous face. I get no kick from champagne. Mere alcohol doesn't thrill me at all. So tell me, why should it be true that I get a kick out of you?
Southern FM 88.3.
Yeah, Let's Misbehave. Two Cole Porter songs in a row. I Get a Kick Out of You, sung by Ethel Merman from 1934 from Anything Goes, and then we heard Irving Aronson and his Commanders with additional music and tapping there, which was orchestrated by Marvin Hamlish. And the song Let's Misbehave from 1928. Nice stuff from Cole Porter. It's 14 to 12 on Southern FM. I'm through at midnight, and then David Wiseman is with you with the Candyman Show, so stay with us.
You're tuned to Thanks for the Memory with Alex Hehr on 88.3 Southern FM.
April in Paris, chestnuts in blossom, holiday tables under the trees. April in Paris, this is a feeling no one can ever reprise. I never knew the charm of spring, never met it
spring a song. Remember that morning in May. Remember you loved me when we were young one day. You told me you loved me and held me close to your heart. We laughed then, we cried then came the time to part. When songs of spring are sung, remember that morning in May. Remember you loved me when we were young one
The late David Gray, and a very beautiful One Day When We Were Young. And before that, Gogi Grant and April in Paris. 8 minutes to midnight, Southern FM. Until midnight, you're with Thanks for the Memory on Southern FM 88.3.
Comes a rainstorm, put your rubbers on your feet. Comes a snowstorm, you can get a little heat. Comes love, nothing can be done. Comes a fire, then you know just what to do. Blow a tire, you can buy another shoe. Comes love, nothing can be done. Don't try hiding, 'cause there isn't any use. You start sliding when your heart turns on the juice. Comes a headache, you can lose it in a day. Comes a toothache, see your dentist right away. Comes love, nothing can be done.
Comes Love, Helen O'Connell with Jimmy Dorsey's orchestra from 1939, and a great song. It's 5 to 12 on Southern FM, and we're fast coming to a conclusion of our program tonight.
I love to spend each Sunday with you. As friend to friend, I'm sorry it's through. I'm telling you just how I feel. I hope you feel that way too. Let's make a date for next Sunday night. I'm here to state 'twill be my delight to sing again, bring again the things you want me to. I love to spend each Sunday with you.
Oh my honey, better hurry and let's meander. Ain't you going to the leader man, ragged meter man? Oh my honey, let me take you to Alexander's grandstand brass band. Ain't you coming along? Come on in here, Alexander's ragtime band. Come on in here, it's the best band in the land. They can play a bugle call like you never heard before, so natural that you want to go to war. That's just the bestest band, what am? Honey lamb, come on along, let me take you by the hand. To the man, who's the leader of the band. And if you care to hear the Swanee River played in ragtime, come on in here, Alexander's ragtime band. Come along in here, come along in here. Come on in here, come on in here, come on along and hear the ragtime band. Hey, come on in here, Alexander's ragtime band. Come on in here, it's the best band in the land. They can play a bugle call like you never heard before. That's just the bestest band, what am? Honey lamb. Come on along, let me take you by the hand. To the man, up to the man, who's the leader of the band. And if you care to hear the Swanee River played in ragtime, come on along, it's Alexander's ragtime band. Here are all you
And we heard Alexander's Ragtime Band, Johnny Mercer with the Pied Pipers and the orchestra of Paul Weston. So, of course, song written by Irving Berlin back in 1911. Well, that's my cue to skidoo. David Wiseman coming up with you at midnight and the Great Candyman Show for 2 hours. And I'll be back again at the same time, same station next week, 8 through midnight, with Thanks for the Memory. Hope you have a good week. All the very best. And until I see you, God bless. Good night now.